Good morning, student. Today we will start with a revision of the chapter 3 of geography, motion of the earth. Before starting the lesson, let me tell you what is actually motion. Motion means the movement, and in this we will study about the movement of the earth and what are the changes, what actually happened by these movements. So let's see. So as you know that we are having the motion, the movement of the earth is divided into two parts, rotation and the revolution. Now what is actually rotation? When the earth move on its axis, it is called rotation, and when the earth move around the sun on a circular path, that is called revolution. And I have told you that you can do this in your activity also, like you can imagine that you are earth and you just make any object like sun. When you are just moving on one place, that is called your rotation. As you suppose you are earth, and when you rotate on a circular path around the sun, then it is called revolution. I hope so it is clear to you. And now what is actually the imaginary line that makes an angle of 66.5 degrees with the orbital plane? The plane formed by the orbit is known as orbital plane. What is actually the angle that makes 6.5 degree angle? So now we will study what is actually the circle of elimination. So you can see before explaining this, let me show you this diagram. You can see what is actually in this diagram. You can see this is the sun and this is your earth. Now what is actually happening in this diagram? The sun rays are falling in this area. This is you can see the north pole is there. So the portion where the sun rays is directly falling will face the day, and in this portion where the sun rays are not falling will face night. Clear? So again I'm telling you, this is your sun and this is your earth, and it is divided by a line. You can see this line, and this line is called circle of elimination. What is actually the circle that divides the day from the night on the globe is called your circle of elimination. I hope so it is clear to you what is actually circle of elimination. Now this circle does not coincident with the axis, as you can see figure 3.2. No, I will explain you what is earth day. See, earth take how many hours to complete one rotation? Yes, Earth take 24 hours to complete one rotation, and that period of rotation is known as your Earth day. So again, I'm telling you what is circle of elimination. The circle that divides day from the night on the globe is called your circle of elimination, and the Earth that take about 24 hours to complete one rotation is known as your Earth Day. I hope so this much is clear to everyone that I have explained you. Now let's move to the other part. Now, what would happen if the Earth did not rotate? Can you imagine when if Earth stopped rotating? What will happen? Do you think? So let me explain you what will happen if Earth stop rotating. Actually, the portion of the earth facing the sun would face the sun only, and the portion where the sun rays are not falling will face night only. And that will, at one place there will be more heat, and at one place there will be no heat, like there will be lot of cold will be there. So at that time, one half would remain in the darkness and be freezing cold all the time, and at that time the life would have been possible in, see, life is not possible in this extreme situation, because at one place there is lot of heat and at one place there is lot of cold is there. So that at this that time the life will not be possible, and nobody can exist in such of extreme situation. I hope so this much is clear to you what is actually. So day and night are caused by the rotation. Now I will tell you what actually happened because of the revolution. So let me explain you. And I'm telling you that, see, The second the motion of the earth is around the sun is your, that is called your revolution. Now we as you know, we are having how many days in a year? We are having 365 days to revolve around the sun. How much time it takes? It 365 days to revolve around the sun. We consider a year as consisting of 365 days and ignore the 6 hours. Now what is actually happening with this 6 hours? Let me explain you. 6 hours saved every year. See, every year 6 hours is saved and they are added over a span of 4 years, and this surplus is added to the month of February. So thus every fourth year of the February having the 29 days instead of 28 days, and that is called your leap year, because that 6 hours saved and that are added to the month of February. I think it is clear to you. Now see this diagram. Let me explain you this diagram also. You can see there's the winter solstice, we are having the summer solstice, and even we are having the equinox also. That I will explain you later on. Let me explain you what is actually. So you can you have seen the figure 3.3. You will see that 21st of June, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Means it is tilted towards the sun. The rays of the sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. So the sun rays are falling direct on the Tropic of Cancer on 21st of June. So what is actually happening by this? As a result of this, these areas receive more heat. Again, I'm telling you, 21st of June, the northern hemisphere is tilted uh, towards the sun, and the rays of sun fall directly on Tropic of Cancer, and as a result it receives lot of heat, and the area near the pole receive less heat as the rays are slanting. So the north is inclined towards the sun and placed beyond the Arctic Circle experience continuous daylight for about 6 months. How many months? 6 months. So getting heat and light, it is summer in the region of north of equator. So they are having the summer in the north of equator, and in the summer we having the longer day and the shorter night. The longest day and the shortest night at these places occur on 21st of June. So you can underline this, just underline it. The longest day and the shortest night at these places occur on which day? 21st of June. At this time, the southern hemisphere, all these condition reverse. What is actually there it is happening? They are having the winter season. We are having the summer and they are having the winter there. So this position of the earth is called summer solstice. So I hope so this much is clear to you. Now tomorrow I will ask the question from this lesson, so read it thoroughly. So now the next topic is your on 22nd of December, the Tropic of Capricorn received direct rays of the sun at the southern pole tilted towards it. As the sun rays fall vertically on the Tropic of Capricorn, a larger portion of the southern hemisphere get lights, and same what is actually happening, like you can see. Do you know that Australia celebrate the Christmas in the summer season? Like we are having the winters now in India, we are having the winters when we celebrate the Christmas, but in the Australia they are having the summer because of the winter solstice. So this is your summer and this is your winter one. I hope so it is clear. When the days and the nights are equal, when the days and nights are equal, they are equal on 21st of March and the 23rd of September. At this time, the direct rays of sun fall on the equator. At this position, the whole earth experience day and night. This is called the equinox. So on 23rd of September, it is autumn season in the northern hemisphere and spring season in the, you can underline this so that you can remember. So I hope so this much is clear to you. So when it is spring in the northern hemisphere, there is a autumn. It means they are reverse. Like we are having the winters, they are having the summers, and they are having the summers, we are having the winters. So go through the lesson. I will ask the question tomorrow, and we are having the quiz also tomorrow. So go through it. I hope so the lesson is clear to you, and one by one you will leave the meeting. Thank you. Have a nice day and have a great day.